I'm going live. I'm a couple of minutes early. I just couldn't wait any longer. Uh, it's not showing up on YouTube, so I don't know what's going on, even though it says YouTube. It's not showing up on YouTube. However, I don't know. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes. Did I bring those magazines in? No, I didn't. Let me go get them before anybody comes. Oh, I did bring them in. Oh, I'm not going to use this. I do not think. Carol, welcome, welcome. I'm here talking to myself. You know, got a plan, but then you never know. Hi, Pam. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I'd love to see me over here on YouTube. That would be lovely, but I can read this. Is it Mrs. Gigi's birthday? Happy birthday, Mrs. Gigi, and many more. That is awesome. So I made a new journal, as you can see. It's the same cover, same fabric. I'm going to kind of move my pen a little bit, so I'm hoping that's going to work. Let me get this out of the way because I don't need it. There. Okay. Um, this was the original journal, which looks very much like this journal. It's the same fabric, just a different section of it. See, there's that. So that would be this. And as you can see, this was the original journal with maybe a half-inch spine. It's too bad I wasted that piece of vellum and pockets. But anyway, maybe I can give this one away with some papers in it or something. I even had the four little corners there. Oops, that's not. But here's the new one. Hi, Terry. As you can see, it's a little bit fatter, a wee bit fatter. My stitching of the signatures is pretty rough, but ask me if I care. And so what I have in here, well, that's working out pretty good. Part of this is upside down, part of it's not. I took the whole sheet. Hey, Bob, I took the entire the sheet, the stamps, and left it on the sheet and stamped it whole. And I didn't pay attention to make sure the stamps were right side up. Thanks, Terry. So, which is kind of my MO about things being upside down and backwards. So, this is right side up, but that's upside down. So it's, and then I made a couple of single folders a la Natasha from Treasure Books using a 1 by 12 scrapbook sheet. And I made several of those, and they've got little pockets. And then I just inserted papers. And this was I guess, a masterboard of sorts of Timmy stuff. And I just spray it with some Timmy sprays. These papers here are from Debbie Epps, This is one of my coffee dyed papers, obviously a Walgreens. Debbie Epps, Debbie Epps. I love this paper. I don't know where it got, but it says get shit done. I love it. Put a piece of that. So this is one signature. Gotta have lace. Gotta have lace. And then this was a Timmy folio thingy majigger that I've had forever. I mean forever. So I decided to sew this in. And then fill this all in with Timmy stuff. And this was a Timmy thing. I wasn't paying attention. I should have sewn that in, but I can glue that in. So that'll be another place to put Timmy paraphernalia. Should I go that way? I don't know. Anyway, so I sewed that in the middle. And I had to bend it a little bit to get it to. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this elastic out and tighten it up a little bit. And then a second signature. Now, that is made out of another sheet of Timmy scrapbook paper. Pockets, more Debbie stuff. Another one of those scrapbook pages, some coffee dye papers. This is a vellum sheet that I did with my laser printer. And this is another same thing that I sprayed with blue ink. And then the back end where some of it, that's backwards. I thought I had fixed that. Oh, well. And then I have these little metal things. And I don't know that they're going to stay on, but anyway. So that's the journal. And now we're going to start filling it. Hi, April. Oh, Barbara, you're here after all. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'll probably put some sort of closure on that. I also went through some of my Timmy embossing folders, the 3D ones, and I did some embossing. So I plan to. I saw somebody do this, and they put some embossing ink on this, and then use the embossing powder, the glaze. So I'm going to do that. And I've got some tags that I made a while ago. And I got a piece of tile. We voted on a house day rather than music in the garden. Go figure. Okay. All right. I don't know. Did weather have a say in that choice? I'm just curious. Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I'm not playing on YouTube. Well. Oh, it says live. Okay. I don't know. Did weather have a say in that? But these are some tags I made a while ago. And I thought I'd do some of that smash and drag or drag and smash. And I got a tile. This was leftover tile from from the guest bathroom that was out in the garage. And I've seen Terry the crafter. He's got a nice little tile that he uses, but it's perfect for putting ink on or whatever. So I brought that in from the garage. And let's see, I embossed some of these up tag. Let's see, I embossed this one too. And then I had, oh, here's some more of the ones I embossed. The gears. And came out really pretty. This is a very pretty folder. It would have been windy. The day at home. Smash and drag on, yes. Like puff the drag on. There was always a controversy about that Peter, Paul, and Mary song, and whether that was about smoking marijuana. And when it said "puff the dragon," were they really saying "puff the drag on the joint"? How silly! How silly! So anyway, let's do something with this. First I ordered, Guggenheim had an ad for rotary cutter blades. So I got some Guggenheim rotary blades. I understand these are very, very good, and they weren't that expensive. And along with that, look at these. Are these not adorable? These are their precision, and oh my God, are they sharp? Oh no. Oh no. I sure hope it fits. Barb is the Rip It or Frogger queen, but and I thought this would make a cute little tag. I could put a little piece of Timmy and ephemera on this and add it to the journal. It's perfect, isn't it? Isn't that adorable? Okay. So I think the first thing I want to attempt to do, I want to start out doing something easy. Oh, I want to show you. I'm assuming I know they'll be perfect for fussy cutting. And I love fussy cutting. I find it very relaxing. Let's see. Oh my, oh lordy. These are so friggin' sharp. Right down to the tippy tip. I can't see though. I'm having so much trouble with this in between. I'm in that in between stage. I can't see close up. And the readers I have, since I'm on the computer, I can see the computer screen beautifully. I can actually read the chat without the readers on. All right. I wanted to show you, I got my first quirky. I'm assuming this is the first quirky house. I'm in that quirky house swap with Becky. And this came in the mail, and it's from Becky. And I'm assuming, I know it's not safe to assume, but I'm assuming, let's see, boy, this thing is sealed up tight. Let's see. Well, let's just do this, shall we? Maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Uh, let's see. Oh, it is. Oh, I've enclosed your scrappy house and a couple of items to build your little neighborhood. Okie dokie. Oh, oh, it's adorable. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, wow. Picket fence. Oh, oh, I love it, Becky. I love it. And some grass. Oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, wow. That's perfect. Well, okay. Well, extreme close-ups. Yeah, well, you do extreme close-ups with your knitting and stuff. Yeah, I get it. Isn't that perfect? All right. I'm going to stick that back in the envelope. I have to make my houses too. Okay. Thank you, Becky. I know she's not here, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I thought what I would do, again, I want to start out easy. So I think the easiest thing, I know with the fence, the easiest thing, I think I'm going to cover this stuff with some stuff. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. I'll take this out too. Oh, good. I thought I was going to have to cut it. It's got one of these things, so we'll just take it apart. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now, where am I going to put this so I don't lose it? I'll stick it over here. Well, I've been watching, I don't know, have you seen these ads on, I guess, on internets, Facebook, whatever, for this really neat suitcase that has all these neat features? The name of the company is NOBL, and it's a hard, it's a really cool suitcase that's got a charging port and a little thing that opens up, you can put your papers in. Judy, good to see you. And charging port, the thing opens in the front where you can do your personal papers. It's got a little cup holder. It's got a little thing in the handle that'll hold your phone. It's got all these really neat little features. But that's for the carry-on bag. Duh. What did I order? I didn't order the carry-on bag. I ordered the check bag. And the check bag has none of those features. And why should it? You're checking it. So you don't need all those neat features. And I never carry on baggage. I check it all the time. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, I ordered that yesterday or this morning, but it's according to them, it's shipped. So like I need a new suitcase, and they were pretty expensive. But my other one is getting pretty beat up. So I have a new suitcase coming. And Amazon Prime deals, even though this wasn't really a Prime deal. I got a you know a vacuum cleaner, the one that goes around by itself. It's not a Roomba or a no, it's not RoboCop. Oh my God, I can't even talk. It's a Roomba wannabe, and it also mops. So we'll see. That's supposed to come Monday. And then I tried to use my Medicare over OTC allowance for this quarter. It's $110. And I got everything I ordered. I ordered a water pick that the dentist had recommended, and I ordered some other readers, and I ordered a new cane, and I got up to $103. And then I went to place the order, and I typed in all of the numbers and the Visa debit card that's issued through Health First, which is my insurance. And it said none of those items were eligible. And of course, all of those items were eligible. Um, and I tried it 3 or 4 times, and every time it did not go through. So this quarter expires midnight on Tuesday, but I'll call somebody Monday. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And if I can't get it, I've never taken advantage of that. You can't roll over that money, which is stupid. But I got an email telling me, hey, you got this money you got to spend. But I've never spent it in the past. So anyway, I'll try to. If not, I'm gonna have another $110 to spend the next quarter, which starts July 1st. But so that's what I was trying to do unsuccessfully. Okay, I have some Timmy tissue paper, but you know what I want to use? I'm going to use the old, old, old tissue paper. And when he first came out with, you have one of those, it's really handy. Yeah, I think it'll be. I have no carpet in my house at all. I've got a little carpet by my bed. Uh, and there's no carpet in my closet anymore. That was the only carpet in the house was in the closet. So it should, and it was the Robo Doc. Mary Lou's got the same one. And it was cheap. I mean, it was $119. So we'll see. I had one and I gave it away. I don't know why I gave it away, but I did. So I have another one coming. So this is the old Timmy paper. Do you remember this? This is the original paper that came out in a full roll. Look, with a serrated edge, like wax paper. Well, I don't know whether it's Medicare money or whether it's my health insurance money. Um, oh, here comes the baby chick. But you can check, I can check Medicare. I think it may be my health insurance. But I thought it kind of implied that it's extra money from Medicare, but I don't, it would be OTC, over the counter. I think it's just my insurance because there's also $400 in there for out of network dental, which I'm going to use the next time I go to the dentist for a cleaning. Yours was not cheap. Yeah, you probably got a much better one. Well, I guess be great, especially with, you have a cat. I don't have, lily fur anymore. Lily fur. Mm, But I think yes, I have advantage. I do have advantage. And I have Health First Advantage, and Health First is a very, very small insurance company. It's only Brevard and Indian River County. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. But I love it because my premium is $0. I don't pay any premium. I had ARP, I had United Healthcare, and I was paying over $200 a month for healthcare. Hi, Joyce. And a lot of people don't like Advantage because you have to use their doctors. Well, fortunately for me, all my doctors were Health First doctors because that's the insurance that you want a robot too. Well, wow. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. Let's. Oh, I got. Oh, look what I have in here. I've got stuff that I made. How interesting. All righty. Oh, okay. Well, let's glue down some of those scraps. Oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff I made. Wow. Now I was hiding it in there. Let's see where I can put this. Oops. Oh, I have a whole bunch. What a mess. Well, let's glue this down and see what we got. We'll just glue down bits and pieces. Should save this box though, because it's got a nice serrated edge on it. Yeah, we'll go up it. Okay. Well, it was, that was, I had it the first year I retired because my brother-in-law did the research and he said that that was the best. And he's one of those researcher dudes. But, and then I looked into to the advantage and I said, hey, this works fine for me because, again, I didn't have to change my doctors. All right, let's glue this down. We'll just glue down some pieces, right, as a nice background. That will be easy enough, I think. Yeah. Okay. And of course, I have Medicare too, and my health first is my, I guess, my supplemental is I guess Medicare paid for my cataract surgery, and I didn't get the fancy lenses. Yeah, that's the biggest shock when you retire, especially if you had health insurance as part of your package at your what your employer. I always had health insurance or my ex had it, but I never paid for it. I thought it was really smart that in New York, when it came time to sign your contract, your teacher's contract, they included the cost of your health insurance as part of your salary. So you could see how much they were paying for your health insurance, which I thought was pretty good idea to let people know that even though you're not paying for it, it really is part of your hello, hello. He just walked by. Mom and dad and the new baby Sandhill Crane chick. All right, let's start with that. And then we can go from there. They didn't offer. Oh, I was, well, yeah, I guess. He spent about, I would say, less than 5 minutes explaining that to me. I'm a little perturbed. He just went and he just said, well, you can get a $1,000 lens, a $2,000 lens, or a $3,000 lens. He didn't tell me what they did. And I said to him, well, he said, or you can get the basic. And Medicare covers the basic. So I said, well, I'll get the basic. And then he said, as he walked out of the room, my eyes are dilated. I can't even read, the little one from column A and one from column B. I can't even read it. At that point, my eyes are dilated. And then he said over his shoulder, well, you're going to have to wear glasses then. I'm thinking, okay, all right. I've been wearing glasses. It's no biggie. But this in between is very frustrating. You have Medicare. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good, right? I'll clip that. Let's glue this down. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, cost of living, and then, yeah, right. Exponentially, it goes up. That is true. It is. Unless you can get an advantage. I lucked out. Again, as I said, I didn't have to change any doctors. And I went to Delta and I paid $29 so I could. That's what they're charging now. $29 for you to choose your seat. Isn't that such a ripoff, right? I was not going to do that. I was going to say, well, I'll take my chances. I'll let them pick my seat when I arrive at the airport. But then I went online and I looked at the airplane, and the airplane is almost full, and there were a lot of single seats in the middle, and I didn't want to get stuck in one of those. So I found an aisle seat that I had to pay $29 for, a regular. And then I thought, well, I normally fly first class. And I looked into flying first class. Forget it. Half of first class has like little half bodies, like people sitting in there. And then they've got ones that have X's on them, right? And you click on that, and it said, all it says is, this seat, hi Angie, this seat may be occupied when you board. So you couldn't buy those seats. So I don't know what that means when they say this seat may be occupied when you board. What the hell does that mean? Anybody know? Never heard of such a thing. That mean it's what? Hi, Belinda. Pink hand waving. Yes. Thank you for the pink hand waving. I can't get the pink hand waving on my iPad or my computer. But I don't know what that means when it says it may be. Anyway, I thought I would upgrade. Actually, I picked my seat and I used my Sky Miles to pay for the seat. And it was 2,100 miles to buy the seat. Debbie? So I paid for it with my miles. I have an American Express Delta card. And I'm a Sky Miles member. So as actually having that card and being a Sky Miles member, I will not have to pay for my luggage. I think I don't know, though some airlines give you your first bag free, others don't. I don't know. Anyway, the the longest flight is from Atlanta to Buffalo, and I thought maybe I would, but same thing, first class. Alrighty. Yeah, you took us on a walk. That was today, wasn't it? Was that on? That was on Jay's, right? During on Jay's stream, did you take us for a walk? I think it's great that you're walking, Angie. Good on you. That is so good. It's something I should be doing too. Hi, Dorothy. Yeah, I don't think you really want to go to Buffalo. I don't know. Most people. Now, the flight from Atlanta to Buffalo is not full. The whole, and I didn't pick a seat. I figured the whole rear end of the plane is empty. But the first class was the same thing. This seat may be occupied when you board the plane. I figured, okay. I was upgraded once, uh, first class, and that's such a pleasant surprise. I was flying down to Florida to see my parents, and I was flying out of Buffalo, as a matter of fact. And the secretary to the superintendent of schools was also flying to Florida to see her parents, and we were kind of chatting and sitting together in the waiting, in the airport lounge. And the guy at the desk called us up, and he said, "How would you ladies like to fly first class today?" We both looked at one another and we said, "We'd like that very much. Thank you so, thank you." So just like that, we flew first class. Debbie had never flown first class before. Her name was Debbie too. So she was very impressed. And now they have the comfort seats, which are a little bit bigger, but that's a joke. Really not. But I'll get free Wi-Fi because of my Sky Miles membership. So I don't have to pay for Wi-Fi. But that's always a hit or miss. I should get my little scraper thing. I know, because you don't know who's been upgraded. But I've seen some interesting shenanigans. There was this guy that came on one of my flights. He came in and I was in first class, and he came in and he sat down next to me, you know, obviously in first class. It's two seats in first class, and I always have the aisle seat because I don't want to climb over somebody if I have to go to the bathroom. So he came in and he sat down, and he looked really fidgety and nervous. And I'm thinking he doesn't have a first class ticket. He just is sitting here and hoping that no one comes in and says, "Hey, you're in my seat," or they're not going to check. But the stewardesses are pretty sharp, and sure enough, they came and they asked him, "Can we see your ticket, sir?" Yeah, he had no ticket. He had no first class ticket. He was just trying to pull a fast one. They know. And I was told, and this kind of makes sense, but I don't know whether it's true, that if you are dressed nicely and you're not like in torn jeans, or your pajamas, or looking really ratty, if you're dressed halfway decently, you have a better chance of being bumped up to first class. I don't know whether that's true or not. Maybe that was the case when people used to get dressed up to fly. You've never flown first class? Mm, it's nice. I can't say it's not. Well, I figured in my old age, I'm going to fly first class. I don't know. This time I decided not to. I would have if I was flying direct out of Orlando, but since I'm flying out of Melbourne and I have to go through Atlanta and the flight is chopped up, I opted that I would just fly regular. I can't imagine what that business class, that overnight, especially if you're going like where you actually get a bed, you actually get like a sleeping kind of bed type of thing. That's for the really long flights. Well, I was very fortunate. My dad worked for the airlines, and occasionally I would score first class tickets. And you get a meal with real silverware and a tablecloth. I kid you not. And all you can drink, but they're pretty stingy with the booze now. When I booked my flight with American, everything was upcharged. Pick seat, yep, check bed, better boarding group, and ability to cancel reservation. Yeah. Well, sometimes that's important too. Hi, Jackie. You want a refundable? Yeah, I got a non-refundable. You know what I did? And I have never done this before. I bought trip insurance. I guess that's really the smart thing to do. I mean, this is a cheap flight. Well, I had a $200 credit with Delta. So that, cut down the price of the ticket immensely. And so I got yeah, spring for first class. Yeah, I know some of the airlines. Well, I don't know which airline you were flying, but some of them, like Allegiant and Spirit, I think Spirit is belly up. They literally would charge you for the air to breathe. I don't know whether Southwest is starting to do that too. I'm waiting for when they start charging for carry-ons. You see some of the carry-ons people lug onto planes and they cram that into the overhead. Oh my God. I'm stressed about it. Oh yeah, that's a big airport. I got locked up in the bathroom before it took off. How did you manage to do that? Were you little? Did anybody know you were in the bathroom? That's not a whole lot of space. I mean, let's face it, they couldn't make those bathrooms any smaller. I don't know how they managed to make them. Yeah, I was just going to say, Deb, that's Barb's home turf, Fort Worth. I would imagine Fort Worth would be like comparable to O'Hare or Kennedy, right? Or LaGuardia or Kennedy. I forgot you were in Texas, Debbie. Why did I think you were somewhere else? I don't know. Yes, and my aunt and stories were outside laughing at a love field. Well, I'm flying out of my local airport, Melbourne, as I said, but you can't get anywhere. You have to go through Atlanta. And that's, the downside is going through Atlanta. All right, I'm going to try to piece this together here. Let's see whether I can get this. Let's do this. Let's glue this on first, and then we'll come around. I they are ridiculous. And they're all tiny. And you don't get a bigger bathroom if you're flying first class. It's the same bathroom for everybody. First class bathroom isn't any bigger or better than because it's everyone can use. It's crazy. That's so they can cram in another row of seats, I guess. Let's go up like this. Oopsies. Oops. Oh, I put some glue down here, so let's stick this down here. Air service. No, mail service, not air service. I've been flying since I was 18 months old was my first flight. It was across country from California to Rhode Island. Southwest was too expensive. No, they're usually very competitive price wise. That's too bad. Well, I think Southwest now has assigned seats. Isn't that the big news at Southwest? It's not like you're in being boarded by zones or something. I never liked that. ABC, because if you were C, you would be sitting in the middle. Because there was a time when you could smoke on a plane, which was a joke because the smoking section was like in the front of the plane. So all the smoke just went to the back of the plane. Tammy? Was that where Southwest? Well, Southwest, that makes sense. Started in, is it Texas home base? Okay. Well, another reason why I thought I would fly out of Melbourne was I've decided I'm going to drive myself because my bridge partner doesn't drive at night or doesn't like to drive at night. So, in order for me to accommodate people in New York, I had to take a later flight because they only had a 5 a.m. flight out of Buffalo or a 5 p.m. flight out of Buffalo. The 5 a.m. flight would have been, we'd had to have gotten up at 3 a.m. in the morning to get to Buffalo. And nobody wanted to do that. So I booked the 5 p.m., which gets into Melbourne at quarter to midnight. So I will drive myself. I mean, the airport's not very far here. No biggie. I don't know how I'm going to see. I haven't tried to drive at night with my new eyes, but should probably do a test run, huh? All righty, let's fill this in. I know, I know, I know. That's so true. That is very true, Barbara. I've noticed that too. I'm hoping I will be the exception to that. I may wear a mask just to be on the safe side. When I flew up to my son's for Thanksgiving a couple of years ago, his wife Alex asked me to wear a mask, and I did. When I flew out to Denver last year for Thanksgiving, I didn't wear a mask. I came home and I was fine. Maybe that was just dumb luck. All right. Now, what do you think about putting some of my, well, let's see. This is some of the handmade stuff that I made. Yeah, let's stick some of this down just for fun and giggles. We got this. So, oh, you didn't the last time? Oh, okay. That's good to know. Because someone said to me, who was it? One of the bridge ladies said to me that, well, they had gotten the lenses, the lens, the fancy lens imprint replacement, so they didn't have to wear glasses. But they said when they drive at night, they have these horrible halos. So, well, it's not that far. It's not speeding crazy, 95 type of traffic. So it shouldn't be too bad. Whoops, 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 whoops. Let's see a piece of this. Beth? Oh, you're going to awake? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And my sister passed away a couple of weeks ago, but there's not going to be any service or anything. Her ashes are being, can't do that upside down, are being flown up to New Hampshire, and she'll be buried with her. Her ashes will be placed with her husband. So I appreciate that. I leave Friday and come back Wednesday. Oh, okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's hope Barbara's sweater fits. She has ripped this out completely once before. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Judy. Just do a little test drive. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Angie. Stop, 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 stop. That's silly talk. I don't really want anybody. You are beloved, Angie, by your family. I know sometimes you don't think so, but I'm sure you are. Yeah, they told me I was going to have to wear glasses, Joyce, so I figured that's okay. I've been wearing glasses since I was 8, so I'm not. It doesn't really bother me. These are a little bit too small. Let's get big scissors. Uh, yeah. Well, thanks everybody for being here and keeping me company while I do this. This is kind of boring, to be quite honest with you. And there's other stuff I could probably do, but it's more complicated. And I'm afraid that let's see. Well, Beth, that doesn't, well, maybe you won't have cataracts. I think cataracts, well, maybe they're not inevitable. I'm not sure. I guess I really don't know much about. I got to a point where, oh, congratulations, oh, fits, and you're happy with the fit. That's the most important thing. You're happy with the fit? Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. What are you going to do now? You're not going to have anything to knit. They didn't offer me corrections, which I'm not sure. Oh, you mean like with different lenses? Is that what you mean, Joyce? Well, I think this guy was a little. Hey, Jay, working on your Sunday chores. Oh, really? Okay, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Read what Barb had to say. That's very interesting. Thanks, Jay. Whoops. I might just wrap that around because that'll be easier than cutting it, I think. All right, let's do this. Let's glue this down. Glue across here. As I was saying, there's some harder things I could, maybe I will. I'm having enough trouble doing this. Why am I going over there? I don't know, Ian. That's stupid. Ah, well, now we gotta put glue on this. The smart thing to have done would have been, the smart thing would have been to use matte medium with the paintbrush and painted that on. That would probably have been the smart thing to do, but they're claiming to be smart. Let's whack this off. We don't do that. I might put some stencils on this. The bead queen, yes, has arrived. Yes, she has. Most certainly has. But if you want to try your hands at making a bead dangle, you have to go to Jay's website, right, where you're selling your kits. And I think the kits are a great deal. They come in the most adorable pouches that you've got. I thought those pouches that you put the kits in was brilliant because that's something that you can use after you've made all your boho ho dangle thingies. You've got this beautiful pouch, which I thought was really cool. That was a really good idea for packaging. Thought that was very smart of you. All right. So we need something here. Yeah, I'd say you got a little crazy. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit carried away. Yes. No, I'm going to do this over here. I think, right? Don't you think? All right. Let's do this. Oh, I got a slit there, unfortunately. Ah, um, do you really tend to get carried away, Jay? I didn't know that about you. Since we've just kind of recently become acquainted with one another, I wasn't aware of that personality trait. But I think that's probably a very, very a good observation. I would imagine this is not the first thing you've ever gotten carried away. Maybe it is. Well, well, I did it the wrong way. But what else is new? What else is new? I really should do it this way. This way. I really want the butterfly. Hmm. All right, let's do this. I'm going to cut it right here. It's 93 here. Oh, no, I take that back. Wow. 88. You cool down. Yes, I was so looking forward to cool weather when I go to New York, because normally it's pretty cool there, and they're going to have a heat wave when I'm there. It's going to be 88. 88. That is outrageously hot for the area of New York I'm going to. Abnormally hot. Just saying. I'm going to the Buffalo area of New York. Like today was a high of 73 and a low of 58. But when I'm there, oh no. It's going to be hot. Of course. I'm bringing the hot weather with me. I don't know what kind of place I'm staying at. I'm hoping that it has air conditioning, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. Especially, I don't know what Dave rented. I have no idea what type of B&B or whatever my oldest son has rented, because I'm staying with he and his wife, so I don't know what he rented. But if it's a cottage, like on the lake type of deal, there's no air conditioning in those cottages. They were all built like in the 30s. I mean, I had no air conditioning in the house I lived in. We had no air conditioning. You just put up with those handful of really hot days. You had a fan, and that was it. Ooh, that's pretty good. Not too bad. I wonder if I can cut that a little bit better. Let's see. I could actually draw a line with a pencil and duh. You take care, Jay. Love you. Have a good week. I'm sure I'm see you around in the wee morning hours, possibly. Right, let's see if I can't. Let's do this. Whoops, I'm going to come up here a little bit. All right. I have a ruler right here. A handy ruler. Looks like that's going to be the line. Let's see. Can I see it? I think it's here. I think there was a natural line right here. That's what I was kind of looking at. Mm, all right. That's okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold your, no, okay. I knew I turned this around. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm doing it upside down. No, I'm not. Well, good on me that I even stopped. Cindy? No, it snowed in Idaho yesterday. Oh, oh, Lordy, 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 that's just not right. Oh, dear me. That's got to be unusual. Or is that unusual, Cindy? Or is that nothing crazy? That's, tell me that's an anomaly. Well, they already have like a hurricane brewing. They've had one named Storm already. Arthur's been and gone. I thought it was bad when it snowed on Mother's Day and where I lived in New York. Oh, Carol's had snow up, late also where she is. But this is really, let's see. I think I'm going to do this. This is probably going to warrant some washi tape because it's right on on the bend. So that's probably going to happen there, I would think. Oh dear. Oh lordy, lordy. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, this is. I got some stuff here. Let's see. Ah, this might work. I don't need. Let me hang that up right here. Let me move this. Uh, okay. When I get this done, I think I will attempt to do some embossing. Try doing some of the harder stuff. I'm going to do that. Or maybe smack and drag on. Let's do some smack and drag on. Hmm. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Cindy. Oh, I said, oh, you said, okay, Cindy's the one with the snow. And yes, it's not, okay. I'm glad it's not normal, because if it was normal, that would be really crazy. That would not be a spring snowfall. It would be a summer snowfall. Hmm. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, I have a little piece here. Look at that. Ah, a little tiny piece that can go right here. Ha, 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 ha. Look at that. Hmm. I'll tell you, this is a pain in the ass. Just saying. Just my observation on this is, oops. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that. Why was that sticking? Come on, what the heck? Why would you not stick? All right. Okay. I don't want to deal with this right now. So let's try to do something else. We'll smack and drag and or whatever. All right. Let me just do this. Pick up these scraps, throw them over here, and just wash my hands. I am all gooey and sticky. Let me get the gluified. So happy I'm on Margaret Miller's notification. I keep on getting notified. It does look good, doesn't it? That's Timmy. Timmy, Timmy, Timmy. You've been working on a wreath. Oh, how lovely. What kind of wreath? A floral wreath? I mean, a floral wreath, like a flower wreath, or I guess probably a flower wreath, right? Okay. Let's, I ended up pulling two of these out. So, okay. Don't need that. Let's do this. Let's move this out of the way. Don't need that. Let's put this back in the box. All right, I'm like, don't bother with that. That's not cooperating. Okay, we don't need this. Let's get rid of the scissors. Let's get rid of these scissors. Let's get rid of the X-Acto blade. Let's get rid of the pencil. My solder. Solder. All right. I cut out a bunch of my big shot. And I don't know whether it's the stencils. It's just not cutting through stencils at all. It's very frustrating. Oh man, I can't lift that arm. All right. Okay. Oh no, what happened to my picture? Oh, that's interesting. Sorry about that. Picked up my mouse and it went fluey. All right, let's try this. A flag wreath. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's reach in here and get some uh what color, what color, what color? Oh, I like this color. And I'm afraid to put two colors down because I might make mud. So let's just do, this is faded jeans. This is part of the first batch of distress oxides. When they first came out, I bought all 12. Now this one. It's amazing how long these last. Look at that. And I got some water. Okay. Ooh, I like it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Let me try this. And then I can put another color on it. I won't be afraid. Well, this is distress oxide, so it's gonna move. Okay. But you're doing a flag journal. Let's do a little red, white, and blue. And let's hope that it works. Because oxide can be activated by water, so we might end up with a mud flag. But a bit of a mess. Yeah. Happy birthday. We're going to Mayville, New York for the 4th of July parade. Mayville, New York is like Mayberry. It's the county seat. We used to take the kids every year. We'd go there for 4th of July. So we're going this year for their 4th of July parade. Yeah, it's okay. This is this is red. This is crackling campfire. Um, 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 that doesn't sound good. I just got a message from my son. I'm not gonna. No. There was a woman that was my best friend when I lived in Venus, Maple Springs, and we kind of went through the divorces together. She had 4 boys, I had 2, and I was hoping maybe I would hook up with her when I was going back this time. But her oldest son is on Facebook all the time, and he never once mentions Marty. So I don't know whether Marty's no longer with us or because his Bill died. So I don't know. And Richard said he messaged Bill and he no word back from him. So I don't think I want to message him because I don't know. Yeah, this looks kind of interesting. Um, what else? I don't want to put any more paint on here, but I definitely want to do this. Let's do this. Oh, you burnt your finger? Oh no. let's do this. The obligatory inking. Okay. Give me a second. Un momento, por favor. This is where the Timmy people propagate. I think they multiply in here. I'm kind of getting. And look at this. Is this not perfect? I knew there was a little girl with a flag. Oh, there's a headless Timmy guy. Yeah, this is all I have left. That's all Halloweeny stuff. This is that ephemera thing folder that you can go. Let's see. Well, this is Timmy stuff. Maybe some flowers. Like that. I don't like that. All right, let's do. Yeah, it is. It's a good music paper there. Now, move this very carefully. Maybe a strip of music paper down the side. Let me just see. Hmm. Let's open up my box of little Timmy stuff. Oops. Yes, that's La Cafe, never ending ephemera keeper. You made one like that? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I can find some stuff to stick in here. Can you see what I'm doing? I think you can. Okay. Maybe admit one. Hmm. Oh, oh, I know maybe, but I don't know. Oh, it does kind of look like fireworks, doesn't it? Hi, Sharon. Yeah, it does kind of. Why don't we, okay, this is going to be, should you be on the right side maybe to get more of the, doesn't matter, right? It can be right or left. This could be the lyrics to Star Spangled Banner, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna try. Hey, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? Nothing gained, nothing ventured, nothing lost. I don't know where my sponges are. Oh, I do. They're down here, under here. Oh, oh, oops. Ah, hmm. Oh, ah. I'm going to try to stencil 250. What do you think? Should I attempt it? Well, what's the worst case scenario? It doesn't work, and I can just start all over again. I'm going to use gesso instead of white paint. This is me being ah, very stepping out of my comfort zone, believe me. Let's open. There it is. Hey, Shay. Welcome, welcome. Ooh. Whoa, that's too much. Ah, I like her on the right side too. That's interesting. I don't know why, but I agree. I like her on the right side better. All right. Ah, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. It's going to be tricky through this. Okay, here we go. Nah, it's not dark enough. I can color it in with a white Posca pen. How about that? That's what I'll do. Yeah, you can barely see it. No, I can't even see it now. It's up here. It's way up here. Oh, maybe that's what I should use. Why don't I just use a white? You saying the rest of it? That's wonderful. I guess the white gesso is not going to cut it. But I'll color it in with, ooh, I have a better idea. I know what I'm going to do. This is it, folks. I think I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to color this 250 in with like the stencil. But I'm going to use my embossing pen, and then I'm going to use embossing powder, and that'll give us the sparkle. What do you think of that? Okay. All right. All right. Let that dry. Let me give that a little shot of the heat gun. Now, I got to get a piece of paper, folks. Wait a minute. All right. Now, okay, I have an embossing pen. Embossing, Payne's Gray. I'm going to put, I don't have Payne's Gray. Well, this is black. Hmm. I can't see what I'm doing, damn it. Oops. If this works, it'll be a miracle. I don't know whether that was wet enough. I don't know. Because that embossing pen, well, this is kind of a plain, this is not technically black. That's more of a Payne's Gray, believe it or not. It's a something soot. Let's see whether we got anything. Keep your fingers crossed. Ooh. Look, we did. Come on. This is, oh, walnut stain. Well, okay. Here we go, folks. Uh, whoops. You can see it. Come on. Oh, I love it. I love it. You see it? Look at that. How cool is that? Hi, Violet. Hi, Becky. I didn't expect that to work, but it kind of did. There you go. I did not expect that to work, but it did. So this is the Distress embossing glaze. Yeah, you see how sparkly that is? Okay, so let's glue this down. Oh dear, Becky, be careful. Maybe Greg can go out and do the poison ivy. Did you put that on upside down? Of course you did. Psych. I can fix it. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I'm gonna use glue for her. I know you have, but you could be the supervisor. You could supervise. Oh, you know what I should have done? Damn it. Oh, maybe I can do it even after I glue her down. I can color the flag. There we go. It's a little rough, but it's okay. I didn't expect this. So I'm going to say good night. And there's our 250, my first Timmy tag to go in the Timmy journal. All righty. Well, thanks for being here. And have a good week. If you can't be good, be careful and be hopeful. Ah, I got it. Okay, let me find my mouse. Bye all. Oops, come on, mouse, mouse, mouse. End screen.